Hey everybody, in this video we'll talk about graphing a parabola of the form y equals ax² plus bx plus c. So here we have a parabola and we want to plot 4 additional points. I made a video about graphing a parabola of the form y equals x² plus bx plus c. You can also see that one for more details. But to find the vertex, if we don't want to complete the square, if you want to learn about completing the square and putting it in vertex form, you can go back and check other videos. But we can find HK, or our vertex, the coordinates of our vertex, by taking negative b over 2a and then finding our function output at that same x value. So h equals negative b over 2a, and let's identify what a, b, and c are. So a here for our function is the number in front of the x², as defined here. So that is 4. B is the number in front of the x, which is negative 12, and c is 3. So negative b is going to be a positive 12 because it changes the sign, and then 2, and a is 4. So that ends up being 12 over 8, which, wait a second, that's not a whole number, but it's okay if it's not a whole number. This is 3/2. That's still an important value. So our x coordinate is 3/2. And then in order to find the y coordinate, or k, of our vertex, we are going to plug in 3/2 into our parabola, or the equation of our parabola. So I'll take 4 times x², or 3/2 squared, minus 12 times 3/2 plus 3. So after we do all that, let's do some of this. This is going to be 4. 3/2 squared is 3/2 times 3/2. So that ends up being 9/4. So 9 up there. And then 12 times 3/2 is 18 plus 3. So these end up going to 1, and we'll end up getting a negative 6. So the y value at that x value is negative 6. So we'll go to 3/2, which is 1.5, and then down to negative 6. To plot the 4 additional points, we'll do it the same way as we've done the others. We'll plug in x and we'll find y's. So remember when we plugged in 3/2, what did we get? We got negative 6. We'll do the same thing for the x values to the right. So we can plug in 2, that's to the right. We'll end up getting negative 5. And that's, the vertexes are axes of symmetry. So when we plug in 1, we'll also get a negative 5. This is a skinny graph. And then if we plug in 3, we'll get 3. And then when we plug in 0, we'll also get 3. So we're going to end up with a really skinny parabola like this. Okay, with a vertex at 3/2 and 6. Now, if we wanted to make it prettier, it would look like that.